Hello. Today's story is about Peter and John and going to church and healing a man that was lame. What does it mean to be lame? Well, lame is where you can't walk. And this particular man had been lame since birth. Well, let's start. It's in Acts. You'll find it in Acts, the 3rd chapter. And it starts with Peter and John going to the temple. Now, the temple is the church. They were on their way, and as they were getting there, there was a man that was being carried to the gate of the temple, and he had been lame since birth, and they would take him to the temple and he would beg people for money. He would say, "Do you have anything to spare? Can you give me something?" And they took him to the temple because I suppose maybe the people were more charitable. I don't know. But as they were taking him, Peter and John were going, and as the man saw Peter and John, he started begging. He started saying, "Excuse me, anybody got anything for me?" And so Peter stopped and he looked at the man, and to get his attention, he said, "Look at us." And the man stopped what he was doing, begging, seeing everybody. He stopped and he looked at him because he thought he was going to give him something. And Peter said, "Silver and gold have I none, but what I do have I'm giving to you. Get up and walk in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth." And he stretched out his right hand, and he took this man's hand and he helped him up. And the man, his legs and his ankles got stronger, and he stood up, and he started praising God because this man had never been able to stand. Then he started walking and leaping and praising God, and he followed Peter and John into the temple. Well, everybody that had been going to that temple noticed, isn't that fellow that used to stand out, that used to lay out beside the gate? What is this about? Those two men are amazing, Peter and John. They're amazing. They healed that man. Let's go see what this is about. And they went over there, and they were saying, "You guys are great. You guys are great. How'd you do this? How'd you do this?" And Peter said, "Wait a minute. We did not do this on our power. We did this in the name of Jesus Christ, his power." And they started telling everyone about Jesus Christ. And of all the people that heard Peter preach that day, they said 5,000 people believed. That's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. Maybe 100 people would come to your church every Sunday. That's a lot of people, 5,000. We need to tell people about Jesus. Peter and John were just going to church, and they just happened to see this man. And along your day, every day, you see people that you need to be telling about Jesus. Now, we've got 3 little verses here that we want to draw attention to. This is just the picture that was on our story page. I just thought you might want to see that. And then the verse, one of the verses right there, you see Psalms 122:1. It says, "I was glad when they said, 'Let us go to church.'" That's a good one. That one's not too difficult to know either. And then here's one. It's an older page, but same story. And there's another verse that they're suggesting, and it's Psalms 46:1. God always helps us. Now, may not help us in the way that you think he should, but God always helps us. And this is the last one. This is our color page, and it's this girl up there, and she's just preaching on that stump to every creature. Remember that one? It says, "Go into all the world and preach the good news to all creations. Mark 16:15. Well, I'm so glad that you came to listen. I'm praying for you. You pray for me, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.